Hi there, this is Alan, and I am currently in Riverside, Iowa.
And we were talking about the Shatner thing in Riverside.
Have you guys done this type of stuff before?
Yeah, with friends. Check off chocolate and the Romulan raspberry and the Vulcan vanilla, and we did all that.
I did want to read something else, the letter I received yesterday. It says, "Dear friends, on behalf of the state of Iowa, we congratulate you on the celebration of the 25th year of TrekFest in Riverside. The Culver Judge administration is committed to building one Iowa, where we celebrate our rich, diverse culture. TrekFest is a stellar example of this rich and diverse culture. Because of your dedication and hard work, Iowans can come together in celebration and appreciation of our state's contribution to this hallmark of American television and cinema. We commend Riverside for its continued commitment to the successful celebration. Congratulations on 25 years, a very exciting milestone, and best wishes for the future." Signed, Chet Culver, Governor of the State of Iowa, and Patty Judge, Lieutenant Governor. As I'm sure everybody in this room is aware, the President of the United States is also a Star Trek fan, and so we had invited him here. He did have other commitments, so he wasn't able to make it. But I personally am elated that we have a president who knows what Star Trek is. Because we started long enough, and we finally have gotten through this. I was telling you earlier about the first days of the Riverside TrekFest and how it was hard to get going. And initially, when the media was running with this, there was a little antipathy in the community, a little, no one said resentment, but misunderstanding of how the thing was going. And through the course of the first few weeks, when the media was really getting on what was going on here, people started hearing from relatives in different states. We had a lady whose daughter lived in New Zealand who called and said she'd seen about Riverside on a New Zealand television show. People backpacking through Europe had called their families to say they caught it on the BBC's edition of American news in Europe. So the word got out, and it got out very quickly thanks to, like I said, the media that was explosive about this thing. We spent years trying to get William Shatner to come to Riverside, and then all of a sudden he showed up one day. He stayed here for 2 weeks, and they filmed Invasion, Iowa. I wasn't real pleased with the final result, but at least they were here, and you know they fooled us. They'll let that happen. They can come again and fool us again for another $100,000. But everybody who wanted to meet William Shatner could have coffee with him in the morning and go down to Murphy's and have a beer with him in the evening for almost a 2-week period, and it was a wonderful experience for us. Everyone was, I guess, a little starstruck at first, and then you keep seeing the people over and over again. It was a little different situation for us. But we were awfully happy to have them here. That was a wonderful event for the community of Riverside. And the singular note of how we knew we had made it was, I believe it was about 4 years ago, we happened to be an answer on Jeopardy. I guess we were a question on Jeopardy. You know, what Star Trek character was born in Riverside, Iowa? And the contestant knew it. So, you know, not only were we a question on Jeopardy, we were correctly answered.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Steve Miller from Riverside, well, formerly from Riverside, Iowa. We lived here for 20 years. We've since moved to Iowa City.
And this was all something you started 25 years ago?
Actually, I started, this is the 25th TrekFest. I started it in March of 1985. I was on the city council, and we were looking for a way to promote our community, and I decided that we could be the future birthplace of Captain Kirk of Star Trek. Because the book, The Making of Star Trek, that Gene Roddenberry co-wrote, has a biography of Captain Kirk in there, and it says in his biography that he appears to be about 34 years old and was born in a small town in Iowa. And having been born and raised in a small town in Iowa, thought Riverside would fit the picture.
And now, 25 years later, what do you think?
Amazing.
It is now?
It's amazing. And for years we were concerned because as Mr. Shatner aged and the movies got a little less intriguing, I guess. And, there are a lot more pyrotechnics and a lot of other things that encourage and engage people. So we were wondering how things are going to go, particularly the future birthplace of Captain Kirk, when the person who played him was 78 years old, doesn't inspire a whole new generation. However, Paramount came along and saved us, They have Christopher Pine as the new Captain Kirk, so there's a whole new movie, and just fit in wonderfully. And it came out right the same as our 25th anniversary here, 25th TrekFest. It's been great.
And whose idea was the monument originally?
The monument for Captain Kirk? The community club paid for that. I own the property, so it was it's their monument. We haven't, and pity we haven't figured out a way to make any money on that. We got to think if we have a coin box there or something, but nobody goes there to make money. It's just there for a photo op. So that was done by the community club. They also built the model of the USS Riverside, the model of the Enterprise in town. So a lot of things along those lines.
Okay, and so folks that have never gone to an event like this, maybe they don't do county fairs, whatever the thing is, this is your chance to pitch TrekFest 26 for everybody out there.
Thank you for the opportunity. This was the first time we've done this with 3 stars. Last year we had Walter Koenig here, and that's the first time we had any star here. So this has been a big deal for us, and it's been a lot of fun. Carol, the president of the Riverside Area Community Club, says we have a surprise for next year. She has not enlightened me what that surprise is, so I'm hopeful it's something as big as this was. Because this was a hoot today. We had a ball.
Excellent. Any closing comments?
Thank you for being here. Come next year, bring all your friends. Well, in your case, all your friend, and and some money.
Riverside's got it. It's the ironic thing is, there's a casino right outside of Riverside, right?
This is it,
a gift shop. Gift shop's gotten hundreds of my dollars. The casino like $20.